What's up? It's the Coast Craze, and it's the time of the year where all these predictions are made on future attractions. I just did my Cedar Fair 2019 predictions video, link in description, so now it's time for the other major US chain, Six Flags 2019 predictions. And I'm going to get right into it, going from the smallest to largest park, starting with the Great Escape. They haven't gotten a coaster in years, and they're not going to get one next year. They have this streak of doing a water ride one year, a dry park ride the next. Last year they did a family flat ride, so I think next year is going to be a new water slide. They have a pretty nice water park, but some possibilities are something like Typhoon Twister, which just opened up at Six Flags St. Louis, and that's like a pretty cool like bowl half pipe slide. Or maybe if they're getting a really good investment, like a Thunder Rapids style water coaster. Six Flags St. Louis is in dire need of a new roller coaster, and I think 2019 might be the year they get their next one, though it's not the best coaster, or barely a coaster. It's a Skywarp. So I think this might be the only one to add this year after all the delays with Discovery Kingdoms, but I think it's time for them to get a new coaster. But Six Flags doesn't like to invest that much into this park, so a Skywarp would make the most sense. There were some rumors about Le Monstre, the dueling wooden coaster at L'Oran closing to become an arm seat conversion, but since it hasn't yet closed and it would be such a big project to do, I don't think they're going to get that. And I don't really think they're going to get any new coaster next year. There hasn't been any teasing or anything, so instead I think they're going to get a thrill ride, even though they just got Titan in 2017. So I think it could either be a Super Loop, because Six Flags still builds them, as evidenced by Mardi Gras Hangover, or maybe it could be another tourbillon. Six Flags Mexico just got a new coaster in 2018 with the Wonder Woman coaster SNS Free Spin, and I think 2019 will be a big new thrill ride. They haven't gotten one since 2015 with their Sky Screamer, so it'd be about time. That'll be 4 years. I think Zamperla A Giant Discovery is the perfect fit for the park that year. Six Flags America is up next. This is my home park, and there's a lot of speculation on what's going on because there's a whole bunch of teasers. As you can see here, first there's the one with the Pontiac Firebird, and that something's going to close on August 16th. Then we have all these like gravestones set up of former attractions that closed, and now we know that Apocalypse is most likely going to be the ride that closes based on this sign right here. So is it going to be a floorless Apocalypse, which is a possibility, though Six Flags hasn't done that yet like Cedar Fair has? Or is Apocalypse just going to get scrapped, and are they going to replace it with something fairly large, I'd imagine, maybe a coaster? I'd love to see a 40 free spin, maybe a Skywarp, although that would be very unlikely because it's such a large plot of land for just a Skywarp. At least I'd be upset about that. Or it would be really awesome if we got a Raptor. Those are just some possibilities, or we could get no coaster at all at Six Flags America. Hard to say at this time, but there's probably going to be something big. Discovery Kingdom just got a coaster, even though it was just a Skywarp. But next year, I think it's time for them to do a family attraction. They just recently been getting a lot of thrill rides, and I think family rides would be great. They don't have enough, and I think they should amp up their family rides collection with flying scooters. It's a great family ride that somehow they still don't have yet, so that'd be an excellent addition to the park. Fiesta Texas is interesting because they just got a coaster, but they're one of the 4 Six Flags parks teasing, and they have this message that you can call, and it says that there's going to be a zoning hearing on August 30th where they're going to get something that's out of this world for next year. So maybe it could be like a small space theme section like Tomorrowland, but I'm thinking more maybe a DC space themed ride. And they already have Superman, but Green Lantern is a very spacey DC character, so maybe they'll get a Green Lantern themed ride, and they just got rid of their Huss Frisbee a couple years ago. So it makes sense for them to get a Zamperla Giant Discovery next year. Six Flags Over Georgia is yet another park that got big 2018 coasters, so 2019 is probably not going to be a big year, but there's an important addition they should get. Their water park first opened up in 2014, hasn't gotten an addition since. It's really small, could use a new slide tower, or maybe even just a lazy river, because I don't think they have one, something like Wahoo River, which Six Flags America got this past year, something small. Six Flags New England's another park that hasn't gotten a water park edition in a while, since 2013 with bonsai pipelines, so I think they'll probably get a nice new slide tower like Typhoon Twister this year, or if they want to have a smaller upgrade, maybe like a Wahoo River, Lazy River upgrade like Six Flags America got. Six Flags Over Texas is coming off 3 big years with those 3 thrill rides in 2016, Joker in 2017, and Harley Quinn's Spinsanity in 2018. So I think 2019 is going to be a smaller year. Maybe they'll get some family rides. I think they really need some flying scooters because that's a great family ride that they don't have. Great America is a tricky one because they've so far put out 3 video teasers, and many are thinking a big new coaster because of this, but they just got Joker in 2017, and the Pictorium building demolished is right by the water park. They haven't gotten an addition since 2011 with Riptide Bay, so I'm thinking a big water park addition, specifically a water coaster. The 1000 SPF in the first teaser I think would be the length. That's a very common type of length for a water coaster. And 2 seconds when they say you could do better, maybe they're trying to break a record like fastest launch on a water coaster, since water coasters usually launch with like water thrusts and stuff. And then 175 yards has got me a bit stumped because that's a lot of feet. It's obviously not a height. Maybe it's the length of how many launch tracks there are, I don't know. Or maybe it's a distance from another attraction. It's hard to say at this time. But this teasing doesn't really point to a raptor, which I feel like is the main coaster possibility. So I'm thinking a water coaster is the most likely option here. There's no signs of a 2019 coaster for Great Adventure. I think that's more 2020. But there's some construction going on in the Metropolis area, and one of the mazes there was moved. So we have good reason to believe the new attraction next year will come in the Metropolis area, which you can see right here. They recently developed it for Cyborg, Cyberspin, and then before that Justice League. So I think it's going to be a big new thrill ride this year, just like Crazanity at Magic Mountain. Maybe this will be even bigger, but I think they're going to get a Zamperla Giant Discovery. They don't have one yet, and it'd be a great fit for the park. And if they're already developing land, then it's probably something pretty big that's not a coaster, so this thrill ride would make sense. Finally, I have the flagship park, Six Flags Magic Mountain, and it's confirmed on park maps that the Cyclone Bay in the back left corner of the park is going to be getting a big refurbishment next year, and it's under construction. There's all these walls and signs posted, so the question is, what's happening? First off, there's Adrenaline Alley, which is a trademark name by Six Flags. I'm pretty sure that's going to be the renaming of the section. Then we have to wonder what is going to come. I think it's going to be a big new coaster. It's about time. There's all these signs up teasing a launch coaster. Maybe 2 is better than 1, which could be, I don't know, 2 attractions, 2 like a dueling coaster, or maybe 2 launches. At first we thought it was going to be a Mack Rides launch coaster, but that was just because the guy in the Mack video misspoke and he actually meant Carolina, not California, for the new Mack coaster, and that's of course going to Carowinds. So the question is what? I'm still thinking a launch coaster, although it's a weird fit for the park because they already have full throttle, but I think it could come from S&S maybe. I'm not sure exactly what yet, maybe an S&S multi-launch, but it'll probably be the most unique new attraction for Six Flags Park next year, and the big one next year. So that's all I have right now, but I hope more is revealed soon. Those are all my predictions for the 13 current Six Flags theme parks, but they just got 5 new parks, 3 of which are water parks I won't talk about, but 2 are theme parks, Darien Lake and Frontier City, and I'm not sure if they're going to be part of the Six Flags branding and get new attractions next year, but if so, Darien Lake just got Tantrum, a new Gerstlauer Eurofighter, so I'm thinking something small, maybe just like some family rides, and then Frontier City, they haven't gotten a coaster in a while. It'd be cool to see them get an Armsy Raptor, but I just don't see that happening. And they have their walled off like go-karts, so maybe they'll get like a new nice thrill ride there, like a Tourbillon or a Giant Discovery. Thank you all for watching my predictions for the Six Flags 2019 new attractions for all of their theme parks. Make sure to check out my Cedar Fair 2019 predictions, link in description. Also, other updates and news on my channel, The Coaster Craze. Like and subscribe for more awesome content. Comment down below your predictions, what you like to see at each Six Flags park. Stay tuned for my analysis of all the new attractions once they're announced August 30th. And I'll see you guys later from The Coaster Craze. Bye.